Marleen Kaatee, and I am the founder and president of PSC Patients Europe. Primary sclerosing cholangitis is a rare liver disease with no cure and a relatively low quality of life, mainly due to debilitating fatigue and severe aging. And we started our patient organization in November 2014, so actually from the kickoff I had almost from day one the support of Stefi, which we'll talk about later. And we are a foundation. We do not have members because we do not believe that people should pay for information to take better care of themselves. As you see, and I'm sure most of you are aware, it's quite a challenge starting a patient organization, especially when it's a rare disease, and it was quickly apparent to the eye that we needed some more assistance, and up came Stefi.
Just to explain who I am and what I do, Say Communications is an agency specialised in healthcare communications. So we work with all stakeholders in healthcare, looking to create more awareness for them, for their issues and for their sort of products, etc. So, but oftentimes we work within the rare disease arena, and we work with clinicians, patient groups, and a number of other stakeholders. So it seemed like a perfect match to really sort of be invited to mentor.
Yes, and we especially want to thank Cora for this super match, so bonus points there. And then we got to work and we figured out what should we do. And we agreed that the focus should be, being such a new patient organization, that it was most important that we knew exactly how we want to present ourselves, clarifying the narrative. What does it stand for? What does it offer? How do we work? What are our wide range of stakeholders, and how do we improve our visibility? And this was to us an incredible worthwhile objective for our mentoring relationship.
From our perspective, obviously we met and we spent the first few sessions really trying to understand where PSC was, what was important, what was working, what was not working, and really trying to focus on some areas that we could improve together, really looking at both low-hanging fruit, the things that we could fix fairly reasonably quickly, and the things that maybe needed a broader approach. I think from our perspective, we really came in not really wanting to impose. It was more about really tailoring to the need, and also ensuring that whatever we did together was sustainable in the future once our relationship perhaps sort of ended.
Yes, and it was a lot of being aware of the various steps and then acting upon. Okay, let's do this one. So the way we worked fairly independent. It wasn't like, it was very, very structured.
We were not in the same country.
We were Skyping and occasionally emailing. So we met for the first time when we started the session. So, it was very, to us being a new organization, and of course, as most of us are so passionate about the things we want to do, putting things in perspective. Which Stefi definitely helped us with, and showing the bigger picture. So in practice that meant Skype sessions that were indeed very passionate at times, and very hands-on advice, or we would also receive templates to work with, and that enabled us to advance fairly quickly. Most of our Skype sessions were planned, but we had the luxury that there was also room for hands-on advice in case of an emergency. And I was lucky enough that our volunteer, Kathy, who's sitting in the back, was also always joining the Skype sessions and helping me work out with whatever and bringing brilliant ideas. So I felt like a little princess with a team like that around me. And then 1 year forward, where are we now? I must say, for us, it's relatively easy to reach out, for instance, to commercial parties. As we do not accept money from pharma, we tend to work more with bartering, and therefore we are very keen on working with, for instance, commercial parties. But we talk to every stakeholder, so of course researchers, regulators, Ministry of Health, etc. And we look professional, which we are, and it's really good for your self-confidence that you know you have a well thought through plan and a good elevator pitch. And often, even when it's difficult, you have some structure to fall back upon. So that's very helpful. And guess what happened then? What did it all end up to? We have smashing results, I must say, thanks to Stefi, because our communication department is working very functionally. We have an internal newsletter for our own national liaisons. We have been given various blog opportunities, for instance with PharmaView. We have a good elevator pitch, which often open doors, even really literally in elevators. And we have happy volunteers, yes, we do receive many compliments about how we present ourselves, how our media activity goes along, the logo, the achievement we have reached so far. And we believe it's about the whole package, so one strengthens the other, so the visual part and the content part. And it just has to be aligned, and it's working really well. Of course, we have challenges as well. Little did I know that a radio interview can take place 2 hours after you get the call, so then I have my emergency number, and I feel really confident walking in that room, and then they canceled it, because somebody else was even more important, I guess. But that was a routine for Stefi, it works, and now whenever radio wants me, I'm ready for it. So we'll just wait for the next challenge.
And I guess from our perspective, I think it was the relationship worked very well, and I think it was a mature relationship in the sense that we were all sort of we were sharing things, and I really felt that really PSC and your tiny team sort of built on everything, you know. So there was a real sense that every small improvement had a really big impact, and I think that's very rewarding from a sort of from our perspective. But also, I'm reassured that we've helped improve things, but really it was just sort of facilitating and motivating what was already there. And the idea is that we can leave tomorrow, sort of stop our mentoring relationship, and still feel that everything will be maintained and sort of and improved in the future. So we're not taking away anything that will be there, which I think is the sort of main purpose of sort of mentoring other people.
Yes. So I think it's safe to conclude that from the PSC Patients Europe Board, it was a huge success. So for us, it was a priceless experience. So thank you for Findacure, and also special thanks to Stefi.